All right, parents, scouts, leaders, this is a last minute talk about the 50 miler coming up July 8th through I believe the 14th. It's 6 days, Monday through Friday, and just a couple things to make sure that everyone's prepared. The very first thing is please go to this website, 50miles.weebly.com. On this, it will tell you everything about it, key events, requirements, awards, and everything. This really is based on each participant has different needs. And one of the valleys that you'll be in, this is our main valley called North Valley. It's beautiful. I'm just going to go over within 5 minutes some very key things that'll be important for you to know. Very first thing that's important to know is the dates. It's the 8th through the 13th. If you have not had a child participate in any of our events preparatory for this, the hikes or the trek, it's okay. If you feel like they're physically able to do it, I'm all right with that. We'll help them finish this all off. Some basic things is that each ward needs to arrange transportation from the Washington City Stake Center at 6:30 in the morning, Monday morning, and get them up to what's called Baker Reservoir. At Baker Reservoir, first day, we're going to go from Baker Reservoir to Pine Valley. And at that hike, if we find a kid that is physically unable to complete the hike, it will give me an opportunity to contact the wards and the parents, and we may need to have some kids brought home at the end of the first day. It's not to be offensive, but it's just as safety is our number one concern. And if we find a physical or a medical condition that wasn't really known, it's to everyone's best benefit, especially the participant, to make sure they're safe. Saturday morning is when people are going to be picked up around 12 o'clock at Whipple Trailhead. And so it's a pretty easy place to find. Go towards Pine Valley Reservoir, and it's the last road at the very end of Pine Valley Reservoir area. So that's how that pretty much all works. What I'm going to go to now are the requirements. This is the most important thing to understand before people leave. So on the requirements, something that needs to be done is that your kid needs to be a registered scout, 14 years of age or older by the time of the hike. There are exceptions, absolutely. If there are fathers that are supervising other scouts but has a kid that's 11, 12, 13, I'll consider those, but keep in mind if something happens, that father is in charge of getting that kid off of the mountain. Permission slips. Each child needs to have a BSA permission slip and an LDS parental permission slip. Both of those need to be filled out and given to the leader of your ward. If your ward does not have a leader, talk to me. We'll make sure there's a leader who will be carrying those. Every child needs to have an annual physical. Yes, that also has to be on record in the event we come into basic issues of care. I recommend that on the PAC list, if your child has a medical condition that may be something that can impact their physical ability to do the hike, it's important to allow the leader to know what those needs are, especially if medication is involved. Okay, so I do recommend for every scout to bring basic things for fever, for pain, and for cold and headache stuff. And so we're talking about Advil and Tylenol, whatever. Nothing bigger than a small Ziploc bag, but they're good to have. A lot of people ask me about the pack list. Keep in mind I have this, I believe it's the Friday, yes. The Friday before the 50 miler, which is July 5th, I will be at the Veterans Park from 5 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. and I will be helping kids check their packs. Okay? And so this is the last preparations. So if you want to see my backpack all dissected, I'll have it available for people to check. Now, how do you pack for a 50 miler? I highly recommend this link. Click on it. Here are my top recommendations, but definitely look at that link and it will help you out. Okay. Really, this hike is going to be about the kids. So I recommend kids get their own gear. There is no fee to participate, so any money that is spent on this hike should go back to making sure kids are prepared and geared up for future hikes and have a basic understanding of backpacking principles and safety. So if there are any questions, please contact me. My name is Brother Clough. The best way to reach me is daniel.clough@gmail.com, DANIEL cluff@gmail.com. Otherwise, contact your Young Men's president, and they should be able to answer any basic questions. Thank you so much, and we wish you guys the best. It's going to be a great time this year. We hope you guys really enjoy this hike.